Thank you for tuning in to Cocktails with Landy, a variety podcast with the sole purpose to encourage personal development while we discuss different points of view. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and by the way, don't forget your cocktail. On this episode with Cocktails with Landy, keeping your relationship spicy. This episode was sponsored by Pink Sensation. Welcome to another episode of Cocktails with Landy. I have an amazing guest today, and I feel like she was the person that I needed to bring on to talk about this spicy topic we got going on today. So with us today, we have special guest Jasmine with Hookah Bay.
Hey guys.
Amazing. So she's gonna listen. She has a lot to talk about when it relates to, keeping these relationships spicy. So as you guys know, I'll have her contact information here. She's seen some things. So I want her to share and see how we can keep our relationship spicy. Now, with that being said, you guys know what Cocktails with Landy, I do have a special cocktail every episode. And guess what today's cocktail is called?
What?
Entanglement, honey. Oh. Honey, we are entangled, honey.
Yes.
We are entangled.
Yes, ma'am.
We are entangled. So, cheers, my friend. To a great episode.
Yes, entangled.
Yes, honey. I take care of my producer, her back there. To help her out. So,
good.
It's suave. I call it suave.
Yeah,
suave. So, again, this episode today is called How to Keep Our Relationship Spicy. And, the reason, Jazz, I came up with this particular subject was because I felt like, we sometimes we end up in relationships and it gets boring, right?
Yeah.
And I wanted to kind of discuss, different, for me, again, I keep telling you guys I'm not a therapist. I'm not none of that. This is just my personal opinion and my personal, things I went through that I can share. So with that being said is, I feel like I've evolved.
Yes.
Like me when I'm beginning in a relationship, I was very immature. I was very naive to certain things. And, as I got older, I got more comfortable with myself. Right? So I want to kind of like discuss with you, what is your outtake on that? Like, what do you feel keeps a relationship spicy?
Communication. And just tell each other what you like and what you don't like. And what you want to try. If it's some new things or maybe things you've tried before and you want to try with your new partner. Like, whatever it is, communication. Just communicate with your partner. And you never know. They might want to try it.
Right.
Because some people are actually scared. Because they don't know, they might judge me, or I don't know, he might like me for wifey now, like, he sees like another way, or
right. And I definitely agree with that, is because I feel like I think that's a very good topic.
Yeah.
And prior to me, and I know my sponsors are gonna kill me, and I'm so sorry. But this episode was brought to you by my girl, honey, Britt, with Pink Sensations.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what she does, girl?
What?
Girl, she does sex parties.
Hey.
Let me see what gift she got for me, honey.
That.
Let's see what she got for me. Ooh. Woo. She's... Britt, honey.
Ooh, Britt, nice.
Yeah, honey. This is big energy right here.
Oh my God.
Especially, honey, we in quarantine. I ain't got a man, so you might as well. Well, thank you. I will definitely for sure put her information down here as well. Pink Sensation. You guys want sex toys, things to keep your relationship spicy.
Yep.
She's the person to call. So I'll definitely I believe she might be joining us later, so to kind of discuss what is it that she does. So if she joins, that'd be great. But honey, she is she not playing with me. Okay, and this is the safe way, and I don't have no babies. So going back to keeping it keeping the relationship spicy. And you guys, if you guys have any questions, comments, feel free to share. I know you guys are scared. I don't know, because it's a this is a touchy topic. But feel free. There's some things you guys might want to know. You know? So with that being said, for me, I kind of feel like a lot of people think when they hear spicy, they think sexual, right? That's the first thing that they think about is we're talking about sex and sex. Like that's not what, you know, this is all about. Because if you're dating somebody or married to somebody 10, 15 years, after the sex is, then what? Yeah. You know what I mean? So what would you share, like, you know, if what would you want to keep, you know, if you had a relationship that long, how would you? I don't even know. I haven't been in a relationship in 15 years. So I don't know where to even start, but I like to step out the box, you know? So whoever I'm with has to be very sexually active and love to try new things. So I don't know. So what would you think, like, when you share new things? Because, honey, you got to get into it. What we talking about? You know, I like to, like, have fun with my mate, you know. I want to be best friends with him. Right. I want to, like, if he want to, like, go take a walk or even go to a club or even go, hey, babe, let's go try this new swingers club. Right. I mean, we're not into it, but we just want to be open to see what's going on there. Yeah. That's the type of open I am. Right. I'm not like going to be like, okay, babe, we're doing this. No, I'm just open. I'm just curious. Let's see. I mean, you're my man and I'm your girl, so we know what we got. We just want to just see what's going on. And I think for a lot of people, they feel like, you know, they get scared to talk about stuff like that, right? Like, they feel scared. Like, for me personally, you know, you mentioned, like, the swingers club, but I love strip clubs. I love strip clubs. That's another one. You know, it's not, listen, let me put a disclaimer, because I already know how these guys will be in the DMs. I am not into women. That's not what I'm saying. I feel like if you got a little liquor in you, probably. It might get me there, huh? Hey. So I'm saying is, like, I kind of feel like, you know, I need to know what my man likes, right? So if he could go see some girls shaking their butts or whatever, and then come to me and whatever, that's what we're gonna do. And a lot of women, this is my personal opinion, I just kind of feel like that, I just kind of feel like they're afraid to have those discussions. I'm not going to the club with my boyfriend. Oh, okay. Listen, I have a lot of homeboys that I just go to the club with. You open doors for him to cheat. Yeah. So listen, if he's gonna cheat, he's gonna cheat. So that doesn't mean, but you have to keep your relationship, you know, entertaining. And again, let's be clear. I don't want to just focus on the ladies here. No. We're gonna focus on the guys too. Yes, ma'am. Okay, because these men too, like, you guys get very settled in yourselves. You guys get very like, okay, I done got out of bad, very comfortable. You guys, you know, they just feel like, okay, that's it. I done got her. This is what she wanted, the relationship, and that's it. So I think, you know, guys, you guys have to step it up too. Yeah. Like, you know, you have to study your woman. Right. Like, know what she wants and like, come on, do stuff, surprise her. Like, oh my gosh, baby, I didn't think you would do that type stuff. You know what I mean? But men tend to not want to do that because they feel like, okay, I got the baddest girl in the game. Now she's here. I'm banging her every night. What else I want now? Right. I got her now. Right. I don't need nothing else. You know what it is? Me personally, I always tell people that you need to give him. He needs to know that it's a chance that you can leave. He needs to feel that every day of his life. You know? So for women going back to you, you know, you have to keep it where, like, he has to have that energy, like, man, every time my girl step out, every time my girl goes somewhere, it's pressure. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't care if you are a size 2 or a size 22. You know what I'm saying? When you step out, when you walk in the room, you better be the baddest chick in the room. That's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? Always. You got to give him pressure. Any guy I date, like, again, I shared on a lot of episodes. They kind of share like, oh, Landy, you're too much. You're doing too much. Well, this is who Landy is. Because every time I step in the room, you're going to know I'm in the room. I got to give you that pressure to let you know you're not the only one looking, baby. Even if we've been together 10 years. A lot of girls, what happens, like I said earlier, they get relaxed. Yeah. You know, like, oh, he's going to the club, I don't want to go to the club no more. Or he's going out to dinner with his boys, I don't want to go out to dinner. Okay. No, so we want to just stay home while he's out all the time. Right. Yeah, that's not going to work. So I know we do have a request coming in. Let's see here. Yeah, I hear you, D. I gotta keep her foot on their neck. Heavy. Press.
Sometimes you gotta check them.
You gotta check them because if you can't, you know.
If you can't check your man, then you can't.
It's gonna be it is, and you know like it is, you know it's like at the end of the day, you have to you know after a while when you've been together 10, 16, 15, 20 years, whatever years, after a while you have to understand like okay like you know you have to understand to yourself like what else can we bring to the table but sex, right? So I really want to share like you know we have to do something way different, keep it a little bit more kinkier. Who's joining us? Is she on?
Yeah, she's on.
Hello.
Who do we have? Hey girl! This is the owner of Pink Sensation. Hey girl!
Yay!
I know you're not scared. Listen, I know you're not scared to share some things. Okay?
Girl, you know I'm not. You know I'm not. You better keep them. Hold on to them. Go to the strip club with them. Go to the movie. You better keep it spicy in the car. Toot it up in the car. You better reach over and grab that boo boo.
Hey.
Baby, you better do it all. Because I'm telling you, what you won't do, somebody else will. Or better yet, call Pink Sensation. We get them handcuffs, whips, or maybe a gag or two. If he into it. If he into it. Girl, we're gonna keep them spicy. We're gonna keep them tight. Yes.
Oh my God. So,
or Kegels.
So what does that? Tell me, like, give us some pointers. Like when you say, because I think you just mentioned Kegels. What does that mean?
Kegels is like you're exercising your vagina, the inside of your wall. Oh, I don't know if I should.
Doing it right like now.
Ladies, practice. Because most people don't. It's so easy. All you have to do is just sit right there, squeeze your muscles, and just squeeze. Practice that. Practice just spontaneous, going to his job. Baby, I want to give you head in the car. While he on lunch break. Go ahead. It's nothing wrong with that. That's your man. Do what you want to do to keep him. Because I'm telling you, these girls are looking cute. They're coming in.
These young girls, too.
Yeah, and I would share this with you, Brittany. Like, would you share? Because a lot of girls think, and you know, the reason why I gotta be very transparent. I love people that are comfortable in their skin. You know, like you have to feel sexy. Like I mentioned earlier. I don't care if you're size 2 or size 52. You need to feel comfortable in your skin. And every time I see her, I'll be like, I'm like, girl, and she does not care. I'm like, and I'm here. I'm like, man, can you imagine a girl like this, like talking like this to your man, and you're at home, like, babe, you know, let's go underneath the covers. She talking about taking him, like, you know what I mean? Give him head in the car.
Thank you. And that's the main reason why I started Pink Sensation. Because a lot of women, after you get the man, you think it's it. That's it. I done got the man, I done got the ring, I done got the house, I done got the car, I done got everything, and that's it. No, you still have to keep him guessing. You have to feel like, oh, okay, I might lose her.
Right.
So with Pink Sensation, it keeps you spicy. It keeps you on the edge. Don't never get comfortable in your relationship, especially in the bedroom, because there's somebody else who gonna twirl, gonna fly from one end of the wall to the other, who gonna jump on it, who gonna suck him up in the car, who gonna go to the strip club, all that.
So you guys listen to what my dog Brittany is telling you. Like, you know, I bring a very diverse crowd to you individuals because a lot of women think that certain my guy's not gonna do that, or my girl, she's not gonna do that. She's not about.
You know my favorite one. My favorite one, what I get from a lot of people is my dude not into plump, heavy-set women. My dude loves skinny women. No, baby. Don't never put that in your mind that, oh, my dude would never talk to a heavy-set woman. He will talk to anything who have a vagina.
She's speaking big facts. She giving
he gonna talk to anybody. He got that little secret. Oh, I want to date a big girl. I want to be with a big girl, but I don't know. Come on, lady.
Want to experience it. So again, you know, like I want to share with you guys, like thinking outside of the box. You know, ladies, gentlemen too. Like, because listen, we live in Miami.
Yeah, you know that's sincere.
we live in Miami, and everybody knows in Miami, every corner there's a girl. It's like there's the ratio of women to men here is ridiculous, right?
Ridiculous.
So you have to understand how it is when you're stepping out. Like the minute you step out, your guy steps out, or you step out, somebody's hitting, like somebody. And let me tell you something, gentlemen, on here. If your girl goes to work, she gets hit on more than you hit on women. Or vice versa. Or if it's men on men, women on women, whatever the situation is. Trust me when I tell you. Because when I go to work, if I can tell you how many times I get hit on a day, and it's not even to be like conceited or to be whatever, but it's an fact.
Yeah.
You go to the gas station. You go to the store. You go can you imagine?
Like you could be on your worst day,
day ever, and they still.
And they be right there, hey baby, you so sexy, you look good the way you are. I'm like, really? Yeah. No makeup, no nothing.
And I just throw it up.
And not saying nothing to you.
Right. So listen, I want to again honey, she giving me big D energy.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys, again, I'm gonna have her information. Britt, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
for sharing your products with us, girl, for sponsoring this episode, baby. Cheers, honey. I'm definitely going to make sure everybody knows where to get all of their, toys to keep it spicy.
Yes.
So that's that. Thank you, babe. Appreciate you.
Y'all have fun.
Right. So basically, a lot of guys, they fail to realize that. You know what I'm saying? They fail to realize that, oh, you know what? My girl not going nowhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's real faithful.
Okay, she's okay.
She's not like that. She's never gonna cheat. She's a ride or die.
You know what they need to be mindful of? I feel like the quiet girls.
Yeah.
Listen, I keep telling you guys, I work in the nightlife, right? And the fact that I work, you work in the nightlife too.
Yes.
I'll be this and I want to be very, very honest. The guys the girls that they bring to the to the club. Or the girls that I see them taking out, and when I see their girlfriends or their wives, and I mean the complete opposite.
Mm-hmm.
The complete, I'd be in utter shock.
Yeah.
Because I was like, what? I would have never guessed.
Yeah.
Right? Because apparently there's something that you brought to the table for him to either lock you down, marry you, or whatever. There's something that you brought to the table, but you gotta keep it spicy. When he out or doing his thing, he needs to feel. His heart needs to palpitate every time. Man, what? Yeah. I know. I don't think somebody's gonna,
And if he don't act that way, that means he's probably doing his own thing.
Exactly. So I want to share with you guys, is it, where, after, a lot of people on here say they've been together, long time. So all this that we're talking about, they've been there, done that already. They're like, girl, after 10 years, you've tried everything. So for me, I said, the longest relationship I've ever been was 4.5 years. So I can't speak for 15 or 20 years or stuff like that. But I can speak on an example of a relationship I see. My daughter's grandmother and her grandfather, they've been married over 30 years. And one thing that I've seen them, they have a very consistent date night. Oh, wow. Every Thursday, it's so quick to this day. It's so even if it's in the house. Even if it's in the backyard, even if they're sitting in the car, even if they're just playing cards, and when I mean it's consistent, it's consistent. The only way is either if one of them are sick or one of them are, and if they're out of town, they're on the phone for that time frame. So it's keeping, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't understand, once we get older, once we're in our 20s, we want to have fun. We get it. Mm-hmm. We want to have fun, have a good time, or whatever. But once you get older, it's listen, we've been doing this for too long. What are you doing? I want to share. Maybe you can share an experience with me. So with me, right? And this is going about jumping out the box. I was dating this younger guy. Mm-hmm. Girl. Honey, that little boy. He gave me spicy. He's spicy. He had me in an entanglement for real. Let me tell you.
I guess I'll see.
Oh, let me tell you, okay? Because, girl, he was so spontaneous, and I was so scared. I was like, we can't do this type of stuff here. Are you crazy? He said, let me show you. But I would share this. He brought out another side to me. And because I was so guarded and so shy when it came to stuff like that. I'm like, I just want me and my guy. And then he was like, okay, if you're not gonna, he told me straight up, if you're not gonna do it with somebody else,
That's it.
you know, like we were dating, we weren't in a committed situation, so we were dating. So I was like, okay, let me be, you know, have a good time. But I mean, you name it, we tried. Okay, right. But I could say, but that was so memorable for me because at the end of the day, I still remember. So now, to be kind of honest, like I kind of compare whoever I'm dating now to that situation. I'm like, oh, that's not because it's not the girl, but if you're kind of boring, and it's not. And when I say that, they might think it's like the sexual aspect. It's not about that. Yeah. It's about the experience, like that experience, the adrenaline that he had. Like my heart was always on, like, because on the go. Yeah, it was always on goal. So you know, again, it's not easy to come across people like that. So would you say?
I mean, it's also the fact he's younger and he has that energy, but that don't mean nothing. But I've dated a guy, but he was older than me, like 16 years older.
Oh wow!
And his sex drive was higher than mine.
Wow!
And I'm like younger. So the fact that he was older and his sex drive was higher than mine, I was like, whoa, what's going on?
Right.
Like, and you know, he was older and he's experienced so many other things. We've done so many things that I've never experienced in my life. But to this day, I can never forget it.
Right, because he said that.
Yes, like it was like an amazing experience. Yeah. And he brought me out of my element, and I felt like I was a new woman.
Right.
Because of him, and that felt good.
Right. So I want to share this. Is like at the end of the day, people like it's whatever makes you in your situation happy. Like, you know, it's not going to strip clubs, going like out. That might not be your thing. You know, like, hey, I'm not into that. I'm a Christian lady. I'm a Christian man.
I see a lot of Christians.
No. We're gonna leave that discussion for another day. Okay. Now
to the side.
Exactly. So with that. But what I would say or what I would share is you need to figure out what's important to you and what's going to make you happy. I always tell people, like, you need to reinvent yourself, right? The young lady that I was at 21, 22 is not the young lady sitting in front of me now. You know, like, you know, dating guys that tell you, oh, you know, I don't do oral.
Now, you know that conversation.
We're going to learn. You know, I don't do oral. I don't do this. I put all these speculation. We're grown. You know, this is a grown person podcast. It's not for these ain't for baby. This cocktails over 21 ladies. Tell me.
A lot of people always say, you know, when we talk about sex and stuff like that, people go, oral or sex or whatever. But then when it comes to the anal, it becomes a problem.
Hold on. Y'all gotta take a sip. Y'all taking a sip?
Let's sip on that.
Jeez, this is going there, huh? We're going there.
Just a little bit. We don't gotta go all the way in.
We're going there. Okay. So repeat the question for the people in the back.
You know, people always have, you know, like people, you know, we talk about oral sex and we talk about, you know, intimacy and we talk about, you know, quickies or whatever. But what about the anal when it comes to men? Like doing it on their women. Is it considered gay?
Well,
is it considered, or you know, whatever? But every time I speak to a male, a guy, they always say, "That's gay. If you do it and you're a guy, you're gay." And I'm like, what? But if he's doing it on his woman, I don't necessarily feel like it's gay. But a lot of men are saying that.
Listen, me personally, they're lying. That's just me. They're lying. They're lying. You know, they want to see where your head at, to see where, you know, what your perspective is on it. But 98.9% of them do it. Okay? Because they surely try. They surely try.
I mean, we're all grown. You ain't got to lie.
You know, they surely try. And I'd be like, ooh, Jesus, this is a different type of situation. But, ooh, Lord. But, you know, they do try. Because, again, so I feel like, you know, whatever is good for you in your relationship, whatever makes you feel good in your relationship.
But you have to try it.
Yeah, you know, if you want to try that, try it.
Yeah.
For some women, I know some women that hate it. They don't like it. That's not their thing. They don't like it. So it's I feel honestly it's whatever it's comfortable for you, whatever you like. If you like that, listen, if that's what your guy likes and that's what your woman likes, you better jump on board, baby, because you heard what the lady Britt said from Pink Sensation. If you don't do it, somebody else will. And that listen, I want to be, let me be transparent. You know, I turn to you guys and I kind of like share like a tidbit of my experiences with you. Like, I see it with my personal experience. Like, men come in there to, you know, go to the club or whatever with their wife one Saturday or one Sunday or one Friday, whatever day it is. And then the next day, it's another one. And what I mean, and I keep saying it be the complete opposite, because the wife, she just sit there like chilling, like, and then they talk to you like if you're working with them, they talk to you in a sense like no, you like, I think you mentioned that to me, like, oh, like, you talk to me, like, don't talk to him. Yeah, they're very strict, and then the other person that they bring is very outgoing, very whatever. Like, you know. So you have to know what you have to know what your woman likes too, because there's some men that are that way too. Oh no, we're not going out. Oh no, I don't see what you're going out for. What you need to go out with your first one. You need, listen. If you met someone like me, I'm very outgoing. I'm very social. I'm very, you know, I have a big personality, whatever. So you have to understand what I like. Yes. If you don't know what I like, it's not going to work, because we're always going to butt heads. Yes. So would you share, like, in your experience working in the nightlife, like, you know, have you experienced the disconnect? Yes, all the time. Like, they shade me so many times, and I have to walk away with a smile, like nothing is going on. One time I had to, like, you know, ask for a customer what they wanted, and then the woman, like, literally stood up in front of me saying, hey, what are you doing here? And I'm like, well, I'm here because the waitress told me to come over here to take your order. Well, if you're going to speak to someone, speak to me. And I'm like, okay. So I walked away because I was really getting mad because she was in my face. Right. So I had to walk away and walk right back. And then she sat down, and then I'm like, okay, what do you want? And then she was just like, it was just not a good vibe. So I just decided, I just spoke to the guy. The guy was like, he was giving me like little, you know, but then the woman was like, listen, like, she was just strict on it. So I was like, you know what? Okay, man, whatever you want to do. And then she just did what she did, and I walked away. And I was like, woosah. Right. But they don't understand that negativity, how that negativity rubs off. Like, and they don't care. They think, like, so, yes, the guy's going to be in your face laughing. Yes, he's going to be in your, like, smiling with you. But the minute he leaves or you leave, I see it all the time. Maybe the man will probably cheating, though. Because their women are just like that. Girl, you know what I mean? I'm telling you, that's a different story for another day, honey. Because I'm telling you, like, people fail to realize how important it is to communicate in your relationship. Like, communication. Even if it's a tough discussion, like, let's bring up the entanglement situation. Fiasco. Let's bring that up. Look at August. Let me call August right quick. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I seen August's little picture. I see why Jada did. I mean, okay. Now, I understand, but Will, again, this is a guy that brings a lot to the table. Will is not perfect himself. Because if you guys watch the whole interview, she mentioned he did his stuff too. Yeah, he did. So you think they've been together 20 years, you don't think they had some type, like, they have to keep it entertaining, they have to keep it spicy. You know what I mean? So you have to know your mate. And you heard what that man said. He said, "It's nothing anybody's going to tell him that's going to make him leave his wife." Yeah, because if they had a little small breakup at that moment, and she had a whole situation, entanglement with another man, and that didn't break them up, nothing's going to break them up. So I think we have a comment. Question about what's going on. Tell me, what's going on? She left. My producer, I'm reading like the cue cards here, people. I'm sorry. So, but yeah, like, a lot of people are, you know, they are afraid to, like, share these experiences. Like, she was extremely vulnerable with it. She let it be known that, you know, like, this is what happened. And I can tell, like, she was sorry. That was an embarrassing situation for them. Years ago. But it's like, you know, he brought it up. Yeah, because it still hurt him. We seen it in his face. Y'all seen that type of hurt? Listen, he's hurt. He's hurt. Right. You see, when women hurt men, I feel like it's a different level of pain. Again, they brought it back. They regrouped, because let me tell you something, a lot of people don't want to grow, Jess. Yeah. They don't want to grow. They don't want to evolve. They want to be stuck in their ways. Like, they don't want to, okay, you know, black people. We don't want to go to therapy. We don't want to talk about nothing. And I get it. You know, that's not what we're brought up on. But we have to understand that that's what's going to make us different. Like, I'm a huge advocate for calling my friends or calling whoever if something's on my chest. Like, I'm not going to go to sleep with, you know, burdens on me. A lot of people in their relationships, they do that, and that's why they grow apart.
Yeah.
My friend, we have some comments.
A question. What if that was their agreement to do what they did?
Well, in their situation, it was obvious that wasn't an agreement. Because he was like, when she said entanglement, she was like, he said entanglement.
He said y'all was
in a relationship. So there's a difference.
Yeah.
Some people might like you can have fun or whatever. And I felt like maybe, you know, there's rumors about their relationship.
So basically, they were actually in a relationship.
They were in a relationship. So that's where I felt like it kind of went left for them, because she was like, yo, you know, she's actually catching feelings for this guy. And if it wasn't feelings, I think she mentioned in the interview as well, and she stated that, you know, after she told, and this would kill me too, she kept calling the man Og. I would have been in my feelings so bad. What you calling him Og?
And she still calling him Og.
She said, well, Og doesn't talk to me anymore. Listen,
blocked her.
That's a relationship.
Yeah.
If it was a situationship or whatever, he wouldn't have took it that far. They were in a relationship. So to answer your question, they probably did have an agreement, but it wasn't that. It wasn't for her to get in another relationship or for him to get in another relationship.
I think they had their situation.
Yeah. So, but for sure. So, like, I really want to, you know, share with you guys, like, keep your stuff. Keep your relationship, you know, intact.
And private.
Private. Oh my God. Private. Whatever you guys want to do, that's what we are grown. Yeah, we are grown people. So it's like, why do I have to like care if Jazz thinks, like Britt said earlier, I'm giving my guy head in the car. Yeah. That's my guy. That's my boyfriend or my husband or whatever. Like, or my wife. If I want to tell her, you know what, babe? I'm outside. You told me your lunch break was at 1 o'clock. I got something for you. Keep it exciting, like keep it going, because I'm telling you, just like guys, there's younger women that are doing things. Guys, there's some gentlemen out here.
That's
like
do some things.
Like Og.
But they could be in their feelings though.
You know, they're gonna be in their feelings after, because you know we cut it off and we know what the real deal is. But you know, at the end of the day, it's just like you have to understand that, you know, what keeps you happy. And it might be sexual. It needs to be mental for me. Because at this point in my life, like, I need a guy to mind fuck me.
Hey, wait a minute.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's, like, at the end of the day, sex is good. That's amazing. Because that's not going anywhere. But when you can mind fuck me, that's like a different level of intimacy. Yeah. You know what I mean? And people think like, well, just because we're talking about the blue skies and the yellow birds. That's not what I'm talking about. Like, educate me. You know what I mean? Show me something different. Like, I don't even give a damn. Like, if you are a carpenter and show me how to do a goddamn frame or whatever, like, whatever, just educate me on a different level. You know, but a lot of guys, they're just not, they get comfortable. And, you know, and again, I want to share with you ladies, too. You ladies get comfortable, too. A lot of you ladies get comfortable. You guys go to the house, you got the guy, and now you in your moo-moos, you know, they got scarves all day. Like, come on. Like, you guys have to keep it sexy, keep it entertaining. He been looking at you for 20 years, 15 years, 10 years, like looking at the same face. Go buy some fancy Savage lingerie, okay? Go buy, when he walk in the house, like stuff he doesn't expect. Walk in, when he opens the door, you got on some high heels, and you and your, you know, you are like, damn near
some naps.
A meal.
A whole meal.
A whole meal. So now he's like,
who that?
You know, where does she come from? Like, you have to keep them guessing. You have to keep it entertaining. That's like, I'm telling you, listen, I'm single. I'm all the way single. Okay? So I can speak like this. If you want to date me, someone like me, you have to be spontaneous. You have to be outgoing. You have to be driven. You have to show, like, you can't be scared. Because if I tell you, babe, I'm pulling up, you know what time it is. And then don't give me that.
Not right now.
No, right, yeah. Listen, we call that weak dick energy.
Ooh.
You're not gonna do that. Don't give me. You know what I'm saying? I want big D energy all the time.
All day, every day.
You know what I'm saying? But some people can't take that. That's why I'm not for everybody.
That's why you're not for everybody.
And I respect it.
You're not for the weak.
I'm not at all. And I understand that, and trust me, I've grown to love myself enough to not give a damn. So we have a question.
From the real Sandra Love, has any one of you been in an entanglement before?
Girl, Sandra, so what the hell? You trying to get people listening. You trying to get us killed, man. Like, no, honestly, for me, well, I don't think I've been in an entanglement, because I don't know. I'm very upfront with it. You know what I mean? So I don't think I've been in an entanglement because I'm straight up. I'm very blunt. So if this is what it is what it is. If I'm in a relationship, I'm in a relationship. Like, I don't have that side contract stuff like Will and Jada got. So me personally, yeah, they got side contracts. So I don't think they got. I don't know whatever they had going on, but you know, I've never experienced it because you know, I'm very straightforward.
I don't think I've ever been in one, no.
God King E2CT wants to get on the chat.
Oh, let's see what he has to say.
Okay, so go on ahead.
Oh Lord,
what are my people doing over there? Are they even in?
Yeah, are they?
Oh,
Okay, we have some. We listen. The conversation getting spicy.
D.3000 says she's in an entanglement right now.
Yeah, do tell. We want to know.
I don't know.
We want to
You see
know.
what happened to August?
Yeah, you see here, don't break. Don't break the gentleman's heart or woman's heart. Don't break their heart, please. You know, don't do it. Don't do it. Mm-mm. But you know, like for sure, like you know, you have to keep your situation. And I feel like this is a topic a lot of people don't like to talk about.
Yeah.
You know, they're scared to talk about it. They're shy. They're embarrassed. Listen,
there's no embarrassment.
We all. Okay.
Hello.
Yes, he's like.
Okay, who's it?
God.
It's me, man.
E-Man?
Yes.
Hey!
It is I. It is I.
This conversation is gonna get crazy.
Nah, I just wanted to piggyback on what y'all was saying. I've been sitting here listening to y'all talk or whatever like that, but y'all can't, speak for majority of men, cause just like you say, every man want a woman to be spontaneous, but you do have some mans that's not with it. Some man, just like you said, Christian man, wanted missionary. You see it on the Tyler Perry film all the time. What it was when she cheated on him and had got the AIDS or whatever like that. What movie that was? You understand? But it's a lot of situations that's what girls chase though. Girls don't want no boring dude. They want a dude that's always spontaneous, that's doing stuff just like you said. You had that young man. You cannot forget. He's stuck on your head. He might pop up in your head 10 years from now. You probably be with somebody else and you just get that tingle between your legs. What? He done did that. But like it just like she said in a way too with older dudes. It's with some type of energy. It's the type of energy they bring. But a lot of dudes are not upfront with it, and so are women too. So it's just basically everybody. It's just how you see, like how you want your relationship to go. You can't base it off of anybody else on, because I'm sure a lot of people are depressed right now because they base their relationship off of Jada and Will. Now look at the entanglement. So it's like whatever you want to do. It ain't like whatever everybody else want to do. I'm not going to sit here like I'm an angel, and you know that for sure. I ain't nothing like that. But I found myself dealing with situations like that. If I'm dealing with a chick on the side or something like that, I be straight up with them. I let them know my situation, whatever like that. They make the decision at the end of the day. But when it comes to a woman finding a man that they actually want, they always go swimming in the pond. Fishing in the pond with the piranhas instead of going for the goldfish. Sometimes you have the man in front of you all the time, but you just consider him as a friend. You want that shark.
You know what, man? You speaking big facts.
That's actually true.
That's big facts. Like I definitely agree with his point when he says something like that, because we are attracted to what we're attracted to. Like for a long time, and maybe currently, like I'm attracted to guys that are no good for me, right? Because of that energy to thinking they're going to keep it spicy, and maybe I need to focus on another type of individual and maybe help evolve him or help teach him how to where I want him to be, because where he can still treat me like a queen, and but again, you know what? I was swimming in a pond, the lake, the ocean with the sharks. That's what I feel like they were. They were sharks.
You see? But at the same time, you got to get a man that's gonna be committed to you. It's like you got different groups of men, whatever, like that. They say they want, like some dudes like with monogamy, all this and that, and they want multiple women. But at the same time, they fooling themselves and lying to a chick, whatever like that, and she's been lied to so much, but she's going to the same dude, then start blaming every dude for her problems.
You're right.
But at the same time, you have the decision who you give your pussy to or who you don't want to give it to. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. So
a comment from Missy Hair Salon. But this isn't always true, because sometimes the one that's friend zone is the friend zone for a reason. He may be attracted to me, but I may not feel the same.
Of course, but that's what I'm saying. But you're going to still keep going to that ocean where them sharks at.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to do. That's what he just said it. Like, he's the guy for you, maybe, but then with the sharks. Yeah.
But sometimes you got to let love grow. Yeah. Sometimes you want it there instantly, but it's not there instantly. Sometimes it will take time to grow.
Yeah, I definitely understand that, man. Like, E-Man, I sincerely appreciate you coming on. You are big facts. Big facts, dog. You got to come on here more often. I appreciate you coming on, giving a nice perspective.
Hey, you see, D3000 said she love them sharks. Every time she get big, she want that first aid. Nah.
You want the first aid, huh? Well, thank you so much. Almost the end of our show here. Thank you so much for giving us a guy's perspective. Thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate you.
All right. No problem. I got you. Yeah.
But listen, he was speaking, big facts. Big facts. Like, and he was giving it from a guy's perspective. As well, you know what I'm saying, is allowing, allowing, be yourself. That's what I can tell you. Like, I don't know about whatever, but just be yourself
and be open.
Don't
be closed-minded.
Right.
And experience new things.
Right.
And if it's with your man, do that with your man. And if it was somebody you're dating, do it with somebody you're dating. Right. But just be open and communicate with that person you're with.
Right.
Don't just keep your mouth shut and not express yourself,
right?
Then that person won't know
exactly what is it that you like or what is it that you don't like. So be open, men, women, in between. We got a lot going on, but like you guys see what's going on with the world right now. Life is way too short for us to settle. Exactly. Life is way too short for us to like hope this guy knows or hope this girl knows what I'm thinking. Open your mouth, communicate. Tell them what you want. And again, keeping your relationship spicy is not just sexual. And I want to make that very clear. It's all of the above. It's a part of it, but that's not the only thing that you need to be in a very long-term relationship. You need the communication. You need trust. Because if you don't trust your partner, there's absolutely no way that you're gonna get there. So, sorry, this is our last comment of the night. What's going on?
And the real Sandra Love says, be honest with yourself and the people that come into your life.
Yeah, be honest and be transparent. Like, you need to know who your guy is. You need to know who your woman is, what he or she likes, what they like to do. So I'm telling you, whatever you won't do, somebody else will. Okay? So with that being said, thank you to the amazing Jasmine hookah band. Listen, she got all the hookahs on deck. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna definitely put her information down here. Once this is the live is over. Thank you so much for you guys joining, commenting as always. Cocktails with Landy, we go live every Monday at 9 o'clock. I also have my YouTube page. The episode will be up there. Cocktails with Landy. share, subscribe, let other people know. Don't hold the conversation to yourself. Again, thank you. It was a pleasure, my love.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you for
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Cocktails with Landy.